cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.
Is Rich big on TikTok? I mean, I know he talks about it here and there, but I mean, I watch that shit daily, bro. I don't know about you, but I spend more time than I'm proud of watching TikTok.
You know what I do? I'll do it like maybe one time during the day, but when I do it for the most part, it's like during like at night. I'm gonna go to bed or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
me too.
I'm like, you know what? I'm like, let me open this shit real quick. And then I'll give it to them, Doug. They have their shit set to where you open that shit and you can't put it down, you know? And I'm not proud of that, but.
No, I'm me either. But I am proud that usually when I open it, it's like top 5.
Yeah.
That's usually, or the Michael Tran dude. He's funny.
What does he do?
Or Stale Cracker. He's got a dad, and his English isn't very well, but they play with it and have fun together. And so since we're in a cancel culture, I would just Google them. It's great. You know, it's a great profile to watch, and then you can kind of see for yourself. But I don't want to say the wrong thing because Jack Morris just said something, and it was very, very controversial. And he the guys were talking about it. And I don't want to end up in hot water like Jack Morris, so I'm good.
Hey, you know what? I'll give it to Covino and Rich. I feel like they're growing up a little bit. You know why? During that whole conversation with Jack Morris, they went in on it. They had a good conversation about it, but not one time did they make a Zach Morris reference or joke. Where I thought that was gonna be inevitable. As soon as I heard them saying, "Oh, we got something coming up later today about Jack Morris," I was like, "Okay."
Right.
I was like, "Here comes the Zach Morris jokes or whatever." But
fucking Rich is his fucking stunt double and his clone. I swear to God, he looks just like him.
I've never even seen him. I just heard the audio.
Zach Morris?
Zach Morris or Jack Morris?
No, Jack Morris is a baseball pitcher. I thought they were going to talk about Zach Morris from fucking Saved by the Bell.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought you meant Jack Morris looked exactly like Rich, but
no, he looks like the Marlboro Man. He's an old white dude with a big old fucking mustache, a big old fucking bigote.
So he does look like Rich, but with the mustache, right?
No, well, he looks more like fucking Western Marlboro Man to me.
Yeah.
Fucking Rich Davis is like, "Hi, I'm Rich Davis." He's like innocent white guy, where Jack Morris looks like he might have fucking skinned a deer.
You got to watch the accents, remember? I think even the Rich Davis accent these days might be a little offensive to people.
Bro, in my email, when I did that on a couple of episodes ago, I got lawsuits from Disney saying I was doing trademark infringement.
Did you?
Because Rich sounds like Mickey Mouse so much, they thought I was imitating Mickey.
Did you reply and let them know that it was Rich Davis, not Mickey? So are we in the clear, or do I have to start looking for...
Well, I got a question though, bro. I was super confused when I heard the Jack Morris. Have you heard him say it yet?
Yeah. I don't think
heard
they
it on
played
the show, right?
Did they play it on the show?
I thought they did, but maybe not. But I was hella confused, bro. I thought when I first heard it, I thought he was doing the Mike 525. Top 5, very, very careful.
You know,
I thought he was doing the Mike 25, bro. I don't know. I was confused when they said it was something else.
No. And see, look at what tripped me out is that I don't know if it was Jack Morris or if it was Covino and Rich or who said it, but one of them, somebody, I heard it somewhere. I'll just say that. I heard it somewhere.
And for all the cancel culture, before they jump on me, that was either an Elmer Fudd voice or Mike 525 Rocket. Check him out on TikTok. Top 5 coming in at number 3. That's Mike 525. So no one fucking misconstrue this. I know, like Covino Rich say, people hear what they want to hear. Yeah. But if you want to hear what you want to hear, go check out Mike 525.
They want to hear,
that's
say what they want to say.
And that's a free plug.
What they want to do. You know what's funny is that I heard somewhere that it was actually, I think they said it was an Elmer Fudd impression. Was that something?
I heard it.
Was that his defense, or do you know what that was or no?
I think it's some of the trolls probably, the people that had his back probably said that, and who knows, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. We really don't know what it is. We just know what it appears to be. It didn't offend me so much in this cancel culture because although I understand where we're at, and I abide by the current rules, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to get blasted, so I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. So I get it. I'm cool with that. I'm not opposing that.
Yeah.
However, I come from a generation where that would have been something nice to say to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And so I can't forget that either. You know what I mean?
Well, see, they did. I mean, they kind of course, went off on like a tangent as always, but they were talking about, like, Covino was saying when he does his Bruce Lee impression, and he'll say, if he says, like Bruce Lee would say, be like water.
Yes.
That just doesn't, it doesn't happen.
Hey, can you hold on for a second, bro?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
No, you're good. Well, Cucuy takes a break. I guess I'll give you guys a little beatbox. Was that the worst beatbox of all time? Yeah. I did the. How about? Oh, all right.
Sorry about that.
Cool. Well, I was beatboxing while you were gone. I haven't beatboxed in like 50 million years, and I don't even know if I could even do it, but whatever.
That's fucking great.
I figured, hey, why cut that shit out when I could just now that we have the ability to switch cameras and shit, I could go ahead and do that. But
just don't put on your OnlyFans cam, bro. We'll be all right.
Oh, well, did you see that they're not going to be doing porn no more?
Well, that's what the headline said, but I read in the story that it was at their discretion what that actually was defined as.
Yeah, well, see, what I had read as well is that I guess they can do like tasteful nudity in a way, like kind of like, I guess, like Playboy type of shit. But but when it comes to like, they might have like that same like SiriusXM rule. Do you remember how Sirius had like a no insertion rule? That was
yes, I do.
Because I remember that was like a lot of the shit that Howard Stern would do. He would have bitches like on a Sybian and shit, but as long as like you know, they weren't entering each other or whatever, then they could do it on the air. So I think it might be something similar to that, to where,
which is a great fucking loophole. I mean, a lot of people brag about how they don't pay taxes, but I think that's something to brag about too. Personal opinion
about what, the no insertion rule or what?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great circumvention of that rule.
And no. And see, look at this is, I mean, I know this had nothing to do with Covino and Rich, but when it comes to the OnlyFans going to like their shit where they have like their like no porn and like whatever, well, Doug, it's gonna be fucking there. I feel like it's still gonna be there. They just have to, as a company, put it out there like, we're not allowing this shit. But come on now, what people are uploading to their shit and they're giving to their OnlyFans, only giving it to their fans, I feel like a lot of the shit is still going to be there, because it's a multi-million-dollar company. I assume that it's like monitored in a way, but I think that might be just kind of something they have to say, because people, did you hear why they were doing it, or why people were assuming they were doing it?
Something about their sponsors, or were getting complaints or something like that from the sponsors.
Yeah, well, see, I heard something about that, and then something about like credit card transactions or something, that people will pull their shit or something if I guess something similar, right? They'll pull their sponsors or whatever. But I just feel like if they have that like in their, like something like even like YouTube, right? Think about it, because they have it like in their terms of shit. It's like, don't put porn on YouTube or whatever. Of course, YouTube's like fucking ridiculous. So like, as far as like, it's so gigantic that I feel like they do pull everything off. But when it comes to something like OnlyFans, I think that it's more of like the look. It's optics. You know, that was a big word in 2020, 2021. So I think I think when it comes to that, I think a lot of it's optics, unless there is a way for sponsors to know that it's gonna be they're still gonna have dirty shit on there or whatever. I don't know though. I don't know. I'm just curious to see like what happens to the company if this is gonna be a positive move, because I saw people on the Carl page actually saying, because I actually posted. I said I'm gonna I posted the story when it came out, and I said I was like, I'm gonna create Pornly fans, right? It's only gonna be porn, so you could fucking it's gonna be exactly like OnlyFans used to be, right? And and so people started commenting and shit, and some people were like, oh, this is OnlyFans fucking, biggest move. They're going to make millions and whatever. And then other people were like, oh, it's the death of OnlyFans and no more OnlyFans. So I'm just curious to see which way it really does go. If it goes a little more, if it grows or if it actually kills it. So I don't know, to be honest.
Mine always grows. I don't know, but.
Well,
but you know what's crazy though, in this fucked up world is like, again, everyone's so quick to get offended. So don't you think that this is kind of, if you are offending someone with porn, it's an extreme case of being offended. So how do they let that shit fly? But everything else is up for ridicule. I agree with what the guys were talking about on the show where, they said, I mean, if you're going to get upset at Jack Morris, and you probably should, in 2021, we know the rules, and what he did was unacceptable. It's black and white. There's not really a gray area with that. But how come that black and white is not the same as Covino pointed out with, like he said, the white dude during the Mexican word of the day, or, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not the same standard. And he's right. He also pointed out that because of what happened recently with Asian hate, that there's more attention. And I'm okay with that too, because I agree. But with that being said, like, it's not the same standard across the board. And I think that's not fair to a lot of people because it's confusing.
Yeah.
If you don't know what the rules are, if the rules aren't the same for every situation, how do you hold people accountable?
Yeah, no, I agree. And see, but I'm just curious, as to, Covino and Rich, they were saying that dude, that Jack Morris, that even though he's a little bit older, like he should kind of know the ways of now, right? And I was thinking, I was like, I agree that, yeah, he should, especially being in like entertainment and shit or whatever. But I kind of think of like my dad, and I'm like, I kind of feel like, I mean, my dad passed in 2011, so shit wasn't as like PC as it is now, right? But I think of like, even if it was now, and my dad was 47, so that would make him like 57 now, right? So he would be a little, well, he'd have like 10, 12 years on Covino and Rich or whatever. And so I think about that, and I'm like,
see, bro, our dads would be playing ping pong with Greg.
Would they?
Yeah. They'd be hanging out with fucking, hey, yo.
Yeah, exactly. And see, that's the thing, is that I could see my dad.
My pops was really similar to that too. He didn't take no bullshit neither. He was funny as hell.
See, and that's the thing, is that I could see them kind of joking, like you say, I could see my dad kind of joking, like, and not really like knowing, like, I about, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that anymore. And
my pops just hit an age where, like, he was never raw, because he was my dad, so he obviously hung out. He saw all my friends and he fed them all their, like, everyone came to my, and I lived, it wasn't the worst neighborhood, but the neighborhood next to me, like 4 streets down, yeah, it was hood. And so a lot of my buddies, they would all come stay at my house. My pops knew all of them, and he was hella cool with all of them. You know what I mean? I think that he hit an age where something similar to what Jack Morris did, he wouldn't necessarily find as inappropriate as society. But I think with Jack Morris, though, if you're going to be on a public platform and you're going to be a public figure, I think it's not the same as some 66-year-old retired dude versus a guy who's, got a national radio voice.
I agree with that.
Because even look at us, we could make all kind of headlines and say all kind of fucked up shit right now, bro, and no one's going to give 2 fucks, right? But if you go and Howard Stern says it, or someone else says it, like if we really like cross that line a lot,
Mm-hmm.
if Joe Rogan says it, he's going to get a lot of attention, and he might not get canceled, but it's going to make headlines. There's going to be controversy. There's going to be people weighing in with their opinion. With us, because we're not as large as Joe Rogan, although we're close.
I know.
The backlash won't be nearly as bad.
Hey, we do have a video that just hit 3,000 views. So I'm just saying, and that's no bullshit. That's no bullshit. 100%. That's yeah.
Want to come up.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not the average. I mean, it's usually billions for us. But
watch your back, Joe Rogan.
Hey, you know what? Actually, I have a Joe Rogan little comment. Then actually, is that I'm gonna back up something that Covino said during this discussion. He was saying that how come like it's okay because people are still doing like Mexican or Hispanic accents, right? Whether they're doing like a Cuban or Mexican, Puerto Rican,
right.
whatever. And and somebody was like, "Oh, I can send you hundreds of scenarios where Mexicans are getting mad." They told Covino. And Covino's like, "Well, why the fuck are people still doing it?" And then people in the chat were like, "Oh, people aren't doing it," and all this stupid shit. Well, here's a fucking grand example of what we were just talking about. So you were saying if somebody as big as fucking Howard Stern or Joe Rogan makes a comment like they do the fucking thing that Jack Morris did, that they would fucking
froze.
It'd be nuts, right? Well, just recently, maybe last week, I was watching Joe Rogan and he had somebody on the podcast, and I think they were lighting a blunt or something, or a cigar or something. And then, I think it was a cigar, because they started doing like Tony Montana type of Cuban accents. And so Joe Rogan was like, oh, like he had it like fucking, he was just like, "Oh yeah, oh okay man, like," and then he was doing like his stupid little like shit, and it sounded a little more Mexican to me when he was doing it than it did even Cuban or whatever, but it was Joe fucking Rogan, right, with the biggest shit where fucking Dr. Fauci is mentioning him and shit, you know, and and so I'm like, Fauci's over here fucking mentioning Joe Rogan. But Joe Rogan does a fucking Hispanic.
Hey, I call that fucker Dr. Grouchy because he looks pissed off all the time, bro.
Huh? That motherfucker does. And
hey, I lost your audio.
Did you? My shit's still going.
You're back.
Okay.
Yeah, you're back.
But Joe Rogan did that, his little fucking Hispanic accent, when he was like lighting his cigar or whatever. And have you heard about it? Was it all over fucking CNN or whatever the fuck people watch these days, Fox News or whatever?
I'm not on. Hey, bro, I'm not on CNN. I'm on fucking TikTok, bro. If I didn't see it on TikTok or Instagram, I didn't see that shit. I don't even visit Boss Up no more. I'll dabble with some TMZ from time to time, but that's about as deep as I go.
Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what I've been getting into?
Or the news tab on the iPhone. I do hit that one.
Oh, I don't. See, that one fucking, I'm not trying to get it like, because I don't know. I made the mistake one time of actually doing that, and then they started sending me like notifications every fucking 2 days, or like not 2 days, like every fucking day, like multiple times a day, to where I was like, I don't need this shit. So
I don't have my notifications on though. I just read through it when it's Babe Ruth time and it's number 3.
Oh, okay.
Good content. Keep me focused.
That's a good time to do it. But no, that's what I'm saying, is that fucking nobody fucking bat an eye. It made no headlines. Nobody. And yeah, it was like, I guess people could argue and say this was only like a 10-second thing, right? So like he's lighting his cigar when he's like whatever and doing his little like whatever, his little Mexican accent or whatever the fuck he was doing. So it doesn't matter if it was that 10-second fucking little accent, but it was a black guy, it was an Asian guy, it was a fucking whatever.
Right.
It would have fucking blew all over the place, because the internet's constantly looking for sound bites, right? And if it's like 10 seconds of him doing an Asian accent,
and I'm about to give him a couple.
You're about to give him what? Like what?
Well, my thing is, before I do so, I'm gonna make a statement. I don't still know if I'm half Italian or half Spanish, because you know what? My pops' mom, she did her thing. That's unconfirmed. I know I'm one or the other, and I don't really care too much because I'll take either. But if you talk, and I'm part German on my mom's side. You could talk in German, you can talk in Italian, you can talk in Spanish, you can talk in woohoo. woo, fucking Texas voice. None of that shit gonna offend me. But that's my question. So should the Cowboys be offended when we're like, y'all get over here real quick? You heard me? And and if you talk like Chicago, or if you talk, I don't know, man, you talk Southern down South, what's the line and what's the rules? And the one thing that I don't like is that everyone wants to be accepting of everyone else's feelings, which is cool, but they need to clear this shit up, because they don't expect us to violate the rules, which, again, if you don't offend me with anything you say, you can make fun of my body shape, my face. I don't give two shits. So it should be fair for me to make fun of you back. Right? I'm just saying, to me, that's the green light.
No, and see, what bothers me so much about this shit is that it's fucking, they pick and choose. They pick and choose what they want to fucking get fucking up in arms about. I don't even know if that's the phrase. I'm
Remember Man in Arms on He-Man?
I had never seen He-Man.
Oh, no?
Nah.
Bro, you're not a master of the universe?
I don't even know what the fuck that means. I've heard of He-Man.
Castle Grayskull, bro, and Skeletor? Oh,
no.
Bro.
I've heard of it.
Hey, I remember when I was, check it out, when I was really little, bro, like second grade, my dad promised me a Castle Grayskull and shit, right? But he used to drink back then, so he never delivered. I don't know if he forgot or if we didn't have the money, because we didn't have a lot of money back then. And I remember, he quit drinking when I was like in fourth grade, and he took off in real estate and he did his thing. So I remember I was on Keyed one day, and I think me and him were drinking beers, and I was giving him shit about my Castle Grayskull. And at fucking 24, bro, he bought me a Castle Grayskull. But yeah, that was the shit when we were little.
Hey, you know what? You got it. So you can't say he never got it for you. You know what?
He got me my Castle Grayskull, bro.
And he did not tell you when he was gonna get it. He didn't say,
Nah,
say I'm gonna get it for you next. Did he?
I don't know. You know what? I was little. I thought I was supposed to get it for Christmas, but it don't matter. He got it for me for Christmas when I turned like 26. So he just he was on delay, bro.
It's funny because like half the shit my daughter, she'll like see on commercials and shit, like on her fucking like YouTube or whatever. She'll be like, "Daddy, can you get me this?" But she knows that I'm just gonna be like, "Yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'll get it for you." Just because I mean, I know I'm always gonna be getting her shit, so fucking yeah, that might be one of them. So when she's like, "Daddy, can you get me this?" But she knows how I work, so she's like, "Daddy," she's like, "Can you get me this for my birthday?" And she'll like look at me like, "Motherfucker, like I'm giving you a time," Or she'll be like, "Hey," she'll be like, "Can I get this for Christmas?" Or she's like very specific. She never just says, "Hey, can you get me this?" She'll be like, "Hey, Daddy," she'll be like, "Can you get me this like tomorrow if we go to Walmart?" Like, so yeah. she's very fucking like she ain't detailed. She ain't leaving it fucking open ended for you,
Hey, you better start saving money, bro, because that's just gonna go up when she's like 15, 16, because those items are gonna increase in value.
No, I told when we were in Vegas and like I don't know.
You had that mean ass ice cream? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So we were there a couple of months ago or whatever, or whenever the fuck it was.
Fuck, I felt like I was on vacation with you, fucking seeing that thing was mean, bro.
I told my father-in-law, I was like, because he was like joking about me spoiling her, and I was like, you know what? Let me still buy her fucking love while I can afford it, because I know that there's gonna come a day where she's gonna want like a fucking Beamer or something. I'll be like, okay, cool. Well, get a job, because I ain't got no fucking Beamer money,
Your treats look so good on that vacation, bro. It made my bucket list. Just saying.
I really. Oh, and you know what's cool is that what El Cucuy is talking about is a couple of months ago I went to Vegas and we took my daughter to the Sugar Factory, and these shits were fucking
at first.
nuts.
So when you said you were going there before you shared pictures, I thought it was a strip club.
The Sugar Factory.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, but that shit, honestly, it was.
Turns out they had different treats.
I just actually have a coworker that's going to Vegas this weekend. She's probably there fucking right now, and I was telling her because she was like, I was like, "Are you taking your kids?" Because she's got like a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old, and like a 3-year-old or something, and she was like, "No, just me and my husband." And I was like, "Oh, you know what?" I was like, "Even if it's just you and your husband, you guys still need to go to the Sugar Factory." So then I broke out that album in my phone that I have. So I was like, "Look at this shit." And she was like, "Oh," she was like, "I've heard of that shit and it looks fucking great and all this." So I was showing her pictures like from a real life scenario. But what's cool is that on the menu, they actually have like around the menu, they have like little fucking pictures of like Rihanna, Drake, fucking the Kardashians, fucking all around Kanye West, everybody that has been there. And what's cool about it is you hear the Sugar Factory, and like it's like this place where they have like these gigantic ice creams and shit. And I don't know, to me when I heard it, I thought it was kind of like a white people thing, but it's so funny because they have such a.
Hey, bro, every race got fat people. Sugar don't discriminate.
No. Get this shit. Because I don't know. I just thought I thought I don't know, something about it just told me like, oh, it's for fucking white people, right? But Doug, this shit had the most like.
Bro, we just lost a sponsor.
What? Who was the sponsor?
White people are mad. White people are mad already, bro. We just lost a sponsor. I just got the email.
Okay. Well, just let them know that we'll try and cut it out of our next episode, or we'll try to. But no, this shit had such a like. So we don't lose another sponsor. This had such an urban vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? They had. I like those vibes. It was dope though because they were playing like fucking like new Chris Brown, and they were playing like some. Hell yeah. They were playing some like 2 Chainz and shit. And it was like whenever somebody would order, they had like this.
Shout out 2 Chainz. He's the service deli manager at Save Mart, Clinton and Brawley. Shout out 2 Chainz.
Oh, you said it. No, never mind. But no, they whenever they bring out, they have like this gigantic fucking like ice cream, whatever. It serves 12. So it's
fuck 12.
Yeah, no, it serves.
Did you have 12 people?
No. But we didn't get it. But it serves 12 people. Oh. And whenever a table would order it, they like dim the lights and they fucking like it's an experience, dog.
They play Frank Sinatra.
No, they don't. No, fuck no. They dim the lights and they're playing like fucking like I said, like Chris Brown and Drake and shit. So it was fucking. It's an experience. That's why I said even if you don't fucking have like young kids or whatever, dog, it's something to fucking do when you're in Vegas. So.
Did you have to sell your unvaccinated sperm to afford it? How expensive was it? I heard unvaccinated sperm's going for a lot of money right now.
You know what? I don't remember. I don't think it was that bad. No, I don't think it. I mean, it was expensive, but nothing like crazy that you're not expecting when you're in Vegas. You know, just I don't know. It wasn't nothing that. I mean, I don't remember. So. But all right. But yeah, but no, it's actually it's a good ass time and it was dope. So definitely recommend it. Actually, I'm letting people know that this episode's sponsored by the Sugar Factory. So, you know, use code TASBL, the after show but later, and you'll get 20% off your next purchase at the Sugar Factory.
Hell yeah. Hey,
what's up?
I got a couple things, man, and there's a couple because we did that dope ass show last week with That's Wild gentlemen. Mm-hmm. You know, they were dope. Shout out those guys. But we didn't cover a whole lot of Covino and Rich, so I do got a couple of things from that week that I wanted to still get to this week, and one of them was Rich. I don't know if you heard a couple weeks back when he was talking about the Raider games, and now that they're in Vegas. That how rowdy they're going to get because the drunk people of Vegas are going to be at the Raider games. Did you hear him say that?
Doug, we talked about that on an episode already.
Did we?
I think we did.
Oh, well, I don't know what the hell's going on with me. That damn, that Gelato 41 is that Gelato 41 is a motherfucker. I don't tell you. If we did, I'm sorry.
No, you know what? Maybe we didn't. Maybe I'm tripping and I dreamt it, but I could have sworn we did.
I'm fucking with that Gelato 41 and it'll bite you in the boo-boo if you're not careful.
You know what?
So.
We did. I think it was actually last episode that we talked about it because I had mentioned that I've been by the stadium. I haven't been to it, but I drove past it, when I was in Vegas last. And it's not, I was talking about it's not in the hood and it's not like fucking, it's not like Oakland. It's not like, and so... I don't see I mean whatever we could fucking have the conversation because I feel the same way, but I don't see it being fucking actually I see it being more tamed in Vegas than fucking Oakland because Vegas Vegas to me is like a party fucking like kind of like not upper class but it's not something really like people from the hood are gonna do. But people from the hood are going to go to Oakland games. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like that Vegas experience, and there's plenty of vatos in Vegas. Believe me, I have some good friends that live in Vegas. But
right,
you know, Geo in
Vegas.
Vegas.
No, one and a lot of the Bay Area rappers, the underground rappers, a lot of them are in Vegas right now. AP9, there's a lot of cats in Vegas. Spice One, I think, is out in Vegas. There's a lot of people in Vegas. There's no doubt. Vegas got some hoods. That's not to take any street cred from Vegas, because they got some hoods too. There's no doubt about it.
Spice One. What about Spice 5? Do you know what that is?
No, I just know the OG Spice One, aka Fetty Chico, aka Black Bossolini. Yeah, I know Spice One.
No, Spice.
He used to be with Too Short.
Spice 5 is Baby Spice, Sporty Spice, Posh Spice, Scary Spice, and Ginger Spice.
I thought that was the stuff that you smoked that made you strip down naked and run around crazy in the streets.
Yeah, that's the shit that makes you bite people's faces off.
That's Spice 5.
But no, you know what? Actually, I had some shit from that week as well. One of the things that Rich was talking about, and I thought this was a good fucking point, because it's something that just happened recently in my life. When it comes to the laundry drop off, when that's something that my girl has been like on recently, where she's like, fuck it.
Full laundry or like dress shirts?
Full laundry. So and they charge you like, it's like $1 a pound or something, but they wash it, they fucking iron it, they fold it, they fucking get it to you all nice and pretty. And I'm like, think about this, because I think about 2021. What do we do now more than we've ever done in life? As
wash your butt.
Well, I've always done that, but it's something that.
But you don't do it more now than ever in life.
I don't know. I've lived in Arizona my whole life, so it's always been fucking 2-3 showers a day, you know, for most of the year.
I'm with you.
So
I'm with you, especially Fresno in the summertime. Same shit.
You know, I didn't realize that Fresno was so fucking hot until your weather report last week or the week before, or whatever it was.
It's hotter than dog shit out here. I'm just telling you, bro. Redheads around here get fucked up real quick.
Oh,
they, fair skins.
Yeah,
they don't do well out here, bro. There's not a whole lot of them gingers out here.
I know.
Oh, sorry, people.
I know Ian Kennedy will be all about that. He's all about them gingers. He even got he recently got a tattoo on his forearm of like a thick ginger girl. So
does he like gingerbread cookies and fucking ginger beer too, or what?
I don't know. I know he's a fan of the chicks. I don't know if he's a fan of the actual beer, but
cookies. For the cookies,
probably the cookies. I don't know. Ian looks like he likes to eat, so probably the cookies. And yeah, man. I honestly didn't know it was that fucking hot over there. So like today, I woke up and it was actually like really fucking nice outside, because I told you earlier today that I was up at like 6 driving to my office looking for some shit so we could record. And I walked outside and I was like, oh shit. Because usually around this time of year, it gets really fucking humid and you get the monsoon season and shit, right? Well, fucking, it's been humid as fuck the last like couple of weeks. Well, today I walked outside. It was like the same temperature. So it was like maybe like 80s. And no humidity. Well, very little humidity. So I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And then that was when I thought about Fresno. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, I wonder if it's nice over there today, because you guys have roughly like...
Be 95, bro.
Is your high or what?
95 is the high today.
I don't even know what the fuck. Hey, look up... Oh, right here it says our high is 100.
And so is El Cucuy. But...
Yeah. Oh, very, right? Yours just,
always.
It says El Cucuy, it says very under high.
Hey, bro, in your contacts, you just see a cloud.
Oh, you know what's funny as fuck is that my daughter, she had my phone yesterday. And it's funny that she's learning how to read, because now she's like, Daddy, she's like, El Cucuy's calling. And I'm like,
oh, shit.
So she sees that. And then it's so fucking funny to me that,
hey, bro, it didn't help. You still didn't answer.
No, because she had my phone. She had my phone. So I go, I'll call him later. I never did.
Hey, that didn't happen.
I know.
That's all right.
Hey, it was, I thought about it. It's the thought that counts, right?
I'm sure you did.
I was like, I'll call him back later. And she was like, all right.
Later.
Yeah.
After show, but later.
Later. I know. You know what? My buddy Nico, one of my best friends, shout out to Nico. He fucking, he used to tell me, like, when we were in high school, he'd be like, I'd be like, all right, Nico, well, I'll hit you up after a while, or I'll call you back, or I'll whatever. He'd be like, bro, just stop fucking doing that. And I was like, what? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, stop telling me you'll call me later because you know you're not going to. And I'm like, dog, I'm fucking, it's just something. It was kind of like oh yeah, I'll fucking hit you up. Like I mean to in the moment, you know, I'm like, I'll hit you back up. But then something comes up and something else comes up. And then next thing you know, it's fucking the next day and we're recording, you know?
Oh, kind of like our messaging before the show started. You're like, please give me 10. I was like, hey, I was already planning to.
You're planning like, oh yeah. So I text Al Cucuy and I go, okay, listen. So fuck all you people who are judging me. I had to get all this shit set up. So I moved all my shit from my office to my house. So, oh yeah. You know what? Next week I'll learn how to fucking pull up pictures and shit on our thing, and we'll throw a picture of her because we need to get the response from the After Show But family or After Show But Later family and see what their response is on her. But
they should take a vote and see if it should go on the wall behind you.
I'll do my whole next show with Faith Jenkins. So
hey, but back to your laundry thing, man.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like doing my shit. I that's one thing, bro. I don't want, you know, we just talked about how hot it is there and how hot it is here. I'm not fucking cutting the grass. Sorry, it ain't fucking happening. All right. I'm not, you know, I'm not doing all that because it's too fucking hot. Last thing I need to do, I work indoors where it's fucking, there's nice cold AC. You know, we got a freezer outside. That motherfucker 0 degrees. If I'm really hot, you know, and it's not hot in Oakland. I work in East Oakland. So, but when I'm here, I'm not going out there when it's 110, bro. That ain't good for nobody. If I'm trying to do 110, I'm going to take my ass to the gym and sit in the sauna and not fucking cut grass and get little grassies fucking stuck to me because I'm all sweaty and sticky. I'm not doing that. But one thing I don't mind doing, I'll be honest with you, I really don't mind doing, and I actually enjoy is laundry. And I don't mind that because I go and get the Downy pellets. I get the liquid softener. I got the smell good, you know, the Sun Purple or one of them fruity ones.
Your Sun's
you know,
purple?
Yeah, yogurt slinger. but I there was nothing. There's just been times, I don't know if you've ever had this, but I'm sure you've had. But to me, there's nothing worse than getting out the shower and grabbing your ass a fresh towel and it still smells a little dank because it ain't all that fresh.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a fan.
I can't stand that. I can't stand that because damn near, I mean, obviously you still got to shower, but who wants to shower, get all smell good, and you know whatever you're using, your fucking hogwash, and who wants to get all fucking, you know, smell good, and then you try to dry off with a funky ass towel.
Dog,
that shit ain't right,
defeats
dude.
the whole purpose of your fucking shower that you just took. It reminds me of there was a joke that Daniel Tosh had about taking a shit like right after the shower. And
he likes to have shit jokes, don't he?
He does. You know, I wasn't sure if you were familiar with them, but he does.
I know Daniel Tosh. Well, he's funny but weird.
I remember he had a joke about, like, if you ever take a shit right after your shower, you just might as well go back to bed because you just have a fucked up day now. And I was like, I've had those moments where you're like, you get out of the shower and you're just like, oh fuck, I need a shit right now, dog. That just like, for me personally, I have to just hop back in because I'm like, this is bullshit.
Well, yeah, that's where our slogan falls in. Wash your butt.
Wash your butt.
Like you might not have to go full throttle and wash your whole body again, but you better lather up your hand and get your crack and make sure that bad boy's clean for the day.
Hey, I'm not even bullshitting. Fucking I'm gonna make a shirt that will be available on Amazon. Just search the After Show But Later. I'm gonna make a shirt that says hashtag wash your butt. I'm going to.
Yeah.
It's going to be a premium shirt, so it's going to be good fucking quality.
I got a request, and I don't know if we can do this or not, and it's probably just a silly, stupid fucking idea, but Spot's lucky his picture with the fucking, you know, when they got the circle and then like they put the X through the middle, like don't do it. We're lucky that he don't hit the front, and on the back it just says hashtag wash your butt.
Yeah, that hashtag wash your butt is going to grow, and I think Spot was the inspiration for it because... Man, that's
absolutely.
You know, and just like fucking what's her name was the inspiration for Can't Piss This. What was her name? Fucking Shannon. You know what? I tried to throw it at the end of last episode, but fucking YouTube. I don't know. Maybe it's on the shit where you actually listen to the show. Did you listen to the show like last week or no?
I listened to most of it. Yes.
Okay. Well, at the end, I put
Had to. We had the That's Wild podcast on, and we were fucking laughing and cracking jokes and capping on each other and all kind of good shit. It was great.
No, see, well, at the end of the show, I had put Can't Piss This, right? Well, fucking YouTube, they fucking usually like on that same show, we played some X-rated, I think maybe some Mac Dre. I don't remember who the fuck we played, but we played a couple of songs, right? The one that YouTube would not allow us to play was Can't Piss This. It fucking muted it.
You know why?
Why?
You know why? Because fucking we probably don't have the legal right to use that beat. And because it's generated so much money worldwide since that song dropped, there's probably, you know what I'm saying? I think no one gives a shit about it. I mean, I don't think Black Market Records is going to come after us because we played a little X-rated. You know what I'm saying? But Capitol Records might, you know what I'm saying?
No, it was like literally like the other one.
I think his name's Cedric Singleton. I don't even know what Cedric Singleton's doing, let alone coming after us for playing some X-rated. You know what I'm saying? He's the CEO, or he was the CEO of Black Market Records, which is the label that Brother Lynch and X-Rated are signed to. He ain't gonna do shit. But the people that got the rights to MC Hammers Can't Touch This, shit, that's probably an NFT now.
Yeah, no shit. That literally the other songs, it was like, we can't monetize this, but it doesn't affect your video. Like they give you notes and shit, right? Like after the fact,
right?
And but for it said this one, it said we have to mute this part of your audio. And I was like, oh, fuck, man. I was like, can't even parody this shit. I was like, I don't know.
Well, and I even play my own shit and I ain't got a check yet. So they don't give a fuck about us under, us independent labels. They're only taking care of the big boys.
Exactly.
Because we should have, if they monetize, I should have got 10 cents.
At least, every time they play an episode of the fucking Brady Bunch or fucking, any of that shit, they still get a nickel here and there, right?
Yeah.
But
I think Yuckmouth told me one time that he still gets checks from I Got 5 on it. And shit, that was 95.
Ooh, but that you know what? I could see why he's still getting checks for that, because that is a fucking jam.
Oh, fuck yeah. But I mean, he's told me that multiple times. And the thing is that he told me that a long time ago. I mean, he told me a little bit after that. So like that song, because it's saying, I think it went platinum. I don't know what it ended up with, but yeah, he's still getting paid. People are still playing that shit.
Doug, I'm so fucking jealous of your friends and shit. Yuckmouth, Kevin Federline. Like, Doug, you kicking it.
But let's be real. Hey, we keep it real. I know Tito and E are on the That's Wild podcast, but we also like to keep it real on this podcast as well. So I don't talk to those cats. I haven't talked to Yuck in a long time. Haven't talked to Federline since probably, I don't know, fucking 2001. Didn't talk to him after that Britney Spears shit, but he was my driver before he went to LA. That's a fact.
That's fucking funny as That's still, and you know what? If you guys missed that story, El Cucuy fucking told it on episode like 50 something or 60 something. So what I'm saying is go back and listen to every episode that we have, and you'll find it. So
and I take that back. Actually, I take that back. I think a couple years back we did shoot a couple messages on fucking Instagram, but he's not out there. Not too many people talk to him anymore. I know his sister and his brother still talk to him, but I'm not in regular communication with the dude.
Oh, you know what? And I have to give a couple of shout outs to recent subscribers that we have on YouTube. Doug, I saw that picture. So one of them, I got to give a little extra shout out. I'm gonna let you give them, and then I'll go after you. I just want to say what's up to fucking Chicken Nuts. That dude had the fucking funniest name. And then there's somebody named Alexis
Chicken
Guerrero.
Nuts.
Alexis Guerrero just signed up. Fucking, let me see who else. Josh Ford, Leonard Barger.
Shout out Leonard Barger, aka Lenny Lynn. That is my main producer. So any music that we did, the Flatline Records, Lenny Lynn, met him at Albertsons. I was a night crew manager back in the day, and he was on my night crew, and we became hella cool. Lenny Lynn has produced songs for Yuckmouth, Messy Marv, Mac Dre. So shout out Lenny Lynn.
Oh shit, I didn't even know that's who it was. I just see right here it says that he subscribed. So
yeah, he's a producer. He does jazz. He does hip hop, he does whatever, man. Shout out Lenny Lynn.
Oh, you know what's dope too? Look, we have somebody named Trish Cooley, Chicken Nuts, Martin Dunning, Masa.
I'm getting fucking harassed by Chapo Jenkins. He's gonna subscribe too, bro.
He's I want to subscribe. No, but
we're trying to sit in my lap, but I'm trying to do a podcast.
No, you know,
come on, Chapo.
You know what's dope actually about some of these subscribers is that because I've posted clips of like when I got to ask Tom Segura a question on Theo Von's podcast, and then I recently posted another video where I got to come out on the King and the Sting, and then Tim Dillon was talking.
King and the Sting.
King and the Sting. You've never watched the King and the Sting?
Uh-uh.
Dog, that fucking podcast is so dope. It's changed a lot since it started.
Hey, bro, I pretty much listened to a couple of them, bro. Now I listen to That's Wild. I got added to my library. Obviously, the number one recorded podcast, which is us. And then I listen to the number one live podcast, which is Covino and Rich. And then I listen to like the Shannon Sharp Club, Shay Shay, and All the Smoke. And that's about it, bro.
Dog, my fucking list is ridiculous on the amount I listen to. I listen to fucking Bert Kreischer's podcast. I listen to The Fighter and the Kid, King of the Sting, fucking Joe Rogan. I started listening to, what's his name? Fucking Duncan Trussell. I forget his actual name. Duncan's podcast. Fucking Covino and Rich, of course. Fucking, you know what I'll catch every now and again? I was actually talking to Carl Reinhardt, Carl.
Is he the original fucking Carl, or what? Did he start the Carl page?
Hey, he is one of the original Carls, but I was talking to him about Rich's podcast, Have Kids, they said, with Nicole, and they actually, they have a really, I know because they've been working together for like 15 years or whatever, but they have a really good fucking chemistry, and they're actually, it's a different type of show, so I fucking, I dig their podcast, and then I don't listen to it all the time, but sometimes when, you know, I get a hair up my ass and I'm like, I just fucking, I'll go, okay.
You only get one?
Yeah. I'm not a very hairy dude, so.
All right.
But yeah, no, but I'll listen to that. But
do you leave it or pluck it?
You gotta pluck it, dog. Can't have the one stray hair right there, dog. Can't have the
That's fucking great.
No, but fuck, what was I telling you about podcasts? I don't even remember what the fuck I was telling you now.
ADD, bro. Sorry.
Oh, that's what I was telling you. So I was looking at some of the people that subscribed, and since I put these fucking clips of me doing like little fucking questions and shit on other podcasts, they've been getting a shit ton of views, and some of the people subscribing are people that have seen those videos. And I thought one of the dopest things was I went to somebody that had subscribed, and you can see who they're actually subscribed to on YouTube, right? Doug, they were subscribed to fucking to Joe Rogan, to fucking Fighter and the Kid, to King and the Sting, to fucking Andrew Schultz, another fucking dude who has Bad Friends and Flagrant 2, another couple of dope ass podcasts. And they were subscribed to all of these gigantic podcasts, and they subscribed to ours. So I don't know if after they watched the clip, they were like, oh, you know what? These dudes might be fucking kind of funny or whatever, and then checked out some of our episodes or whatever. But I thought it was cool that I saw all these big ass names that they were subscribed to, and then they subbed us as well, you know? So we're fucking...
Hell yeah, we'll take them, bro. We'll take them.
Fuck yeah, man. I'll take it. It's dope because we're growing a little bit at a time, you know?
Yes, we are.
Oh, you know what?
Hey,
No, go ahead.
What's that?
I was gonna say, I never got my shit out about the laundry. So
yeah,
I dig it too. I actually, nothing makes me like feel better. Cause you mentioned getting out the shower and you have a dirty towel. That's fucking gross. Cause then
I hate it.
Doug, you might as well have not taken a fucking shower. You know, you might have gone spot
or a
that day.
Fuchi blanket.
Exactly.
Or a Fuchi blanket.
No. Those fucking gross, right? Well, for me, so I enjoy, Doug, when I'm doing my laundry, I'm like, fuck yeah, Doug, and it's like all fresh, and you're like fucking, you know, and you're getting it like, fuck yeah, like it's just something, I don't know, just something that I feel like there's just something about being clean and fresh and shit, you know? And
fuck yeah.
So for me, I dig it, but what I was thinking about when Rich brought it up and was saying he was dropping off these bags and shit, and then my girl's done it a couple of times, and and for me, I think I never fucking answered my own question earlier. I asked, what is the biggest thing that we're paying for in 2021, and it's convenience, right? because you go, you drop it off there. You don't fucking have to do the laundry. You don't have to fucking fold the laundry. You don't have to worry about fucking ironing it. You don't have to worry about okay, so then on top of that shit about your time, think about the electricity you're using if you have a washer and dryer at home, or the money you're spending taking it to the laundromat, right? And then if you are taking it to the laundromat, then the gas you're using to go over there, the fucking, so you're using your time and all balances, your money, bro. So I was thinking, I'm like, dog, is it just a fucking better idea to drop it off for like $1 a pound? Like how many? It's not like you have like fucking. You don't have 300 pounds.
I think if the laundry's close, maybe if it takes you 5 minutes to get there, 5 minutes to get back, and it would have took you an hour or two to wash and fold, maybe. But if you're going like 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, like you said, and you're putting in gas and whatnot, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. It depends, because I feel like my concoctions with laundry, I don't fall for the okie doke, which means I don't go and buy the Downy fucking Tide $30 fucking silky smooth. I don't do that because I know you don't have to. So I just buy some good ass fabric softener, like some Ensueño, or I'll fucking buy the fucking Snuggle with some Snuggle pouches and some Downy pellets, dude. And my shit comes out money. Like, that's money, dude. Like Stale Cracker would say. And it comes like that every single load, as long as you don't let them sit in there after they're done spinning. When as long as they're not sitting in there for 10 hours fucking waiting for you to dry them, as long as you can make that transfer within 30, 45 minutes, my shit is money. So I don't know. For me, it's not worth it. I think for me, what I would do though, is I was dropping off my dress shirts when I was, assistant store manager at Save Mart. I would take those to the laundromat because I'm not super good at ironing. But I think my opinion on the convenience thing is everyone's passion is a little bit different. I don't hate doing the grass outside, but I don't necessarily like it. Some people like it. Big Steve likes to clean his pool, right? Now Rich likes to clean his pool. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably have me a pool maintenance guy because I want to swim in that shit. But I don't think any of it's wrong. It's what's right for you. What do you still get, joy out of doing, like the Fonz would say? And, and what stuff would you just rather pay for because you're just not into it?
Doug, you know what? Maybe it's the Mexican in me, but I fucking love doing yard work. I don't know if it's just that accomplishing something type of thing where you fucking, dog, you look and you're like, damn, my yard's fucking gross. Like it needs to, then you fucking go with the mower, the edger, you fucking trim up your fucking bushes a little bit, and then afterwards.
I only trim one bush, bro.
That's a must in 2021. That's a must in 2021. Unless you're Spot, dog. I don't think Spot does. I think they've had a conversation about that.
I don't think he even fucking brushes his teeth after the way
he doesn't even take a bath, dog, or a fucking shower, So,
that fucking laser toenail is gonna come back. He keeps fucking around like that.
You know what? You just made the fucking greatest point of 2021, dog. You made the greatest point. Is that we always were like, fuck, man, like, why did this shit happen, right? Spot, like, there's Covino.
We got a lightsaber for a toe and shit.
Now we know.
Touch the nail and the fucking beam comes out.
Now we know it's because he's fucking dirty.
Sounded like a vibrator.
That's why he fucking got it. It wasn't just some freak accident.
He's foul, bro. He's foul. I mean, it's Spot. I love you to death. It's just you're not right for that shit.
That's fucking, Doug. That I can't believe.
That's why you let the funk grow. If you let it grow like that, you might not think you stink, but your body is telling you otherwise. I'm just saying.
If a rotting ass toe that's about to fall off isn't telling you need to take more showers, then I don't know what is.
You don't need to just take more showers. He need to take more showers, and he need to get himself one of them little brushes and fucking soak that fucker in something, or he needs to manage it, bro. You can't just let it do its own thing.
No, well, think about it. Like Rich, he doesn't use any kind of loofah or towel or anything. He just rubs the fucking bar of soap all over himself, and then he's like, okay, then hops out of the shower.
I've you know what, bro? I've done it. I feel like, to be honest with you, there's positives and negatives to that. I'm not against it, but I've adapted. The bar soap, I think, does clean you better than the liquid. The liquid seems like, even if you're using a loofah, it's hella harder to get the fucking liquid out of the loofah the bar comes out quicker because I feel like it puts more on your skin. I think I feel like the bar lathers better myself. Like, especially when you go some old school, like fucking Irish Spring or some
You got
Zest
that fucking prison, that prison soap, that Irish Spring
or Coast. You know what I mean? And like, I can still smell my arm fucking 8 hours later and still smell the soap. So I used to lather it like that too. The problem is then you're the cochino that got fucking pubes all over the fucking bar of soap. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
you know what though?
Or armpit hair or whatever your deal is.
I'll be real that I usually go both. I'll spray like a little bit of the fucking body wash in the loofah, but I will also like lather up with the bar of soap. So I usually go both, and then I'll fucking, because I kind of feel that same way about the loofah and like the soap, like your body wash, or whatever.
I feel about the same way about that, like the laundry. What's the point of taking a fucking shower, motherfucker, if you don't smell good when you get out?
Exactly. No, but you know what? Shout out to another homie of mine, a homie named Jesus, and I remember one time I got in his
Chewy.
I got in his truck or some shit.
Shout out Chewy.
Well, actually, he goes by Jesse, but so
shout out Jesse.
Well, I got in his truck one time, and he was like, "Dude," and I go, "What?" He was all, "You smell like you have a bar of soap in your pocket." That's how fresh I smelled.
Thanks for the compliment,
and I was
homie.
like, "Fuck yeah!" I was like, "All right, dog. That's how I do's it, you know."
Hey, that's what she said too.
Exactly.
And that's why I do it.
No, for real. But fuck, there was something else I was gonna tell you about that I can't remember now.
Let's do some shout outs. Shout out Stickman. Shout out Tip Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Funky Monkey. Shout out Lenny Lynn. Shout out Chicken Nuts.
Oh, you know what?
Shout out Big Steve.
Hey.
Shout out Big Steve.
And
shout out, Tudmaster Tommy, yo.
Shout out to the after show, but later. You know why? Now we have fucking pop sockets available. So if you go on fucking Amazon and you search the after show, but later, our pop sockets will actually show up. And I got one for my girl, and she fucking digs it, dog. They're pretty fucking dope, because on the actual pop socket, it's kind of like a little textured. You know, the little logo. It's pretty fucking dope. So they're like $14 or some shit. So go get it on Amazon Prime, the after show, but later, fucking pop sockets, and pick yourself up a t-shirt.
How much are you charging for a signed El Cucuy photo?
A signed El Cucuy photo.
Where's the link, bro? Flash the link.
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna put one of those bad boys up.
Wouldn't that be weird if we got some requests for that right now? I'm just fucking around.
That's fucking hilarious. I'm fucking yeah. Sign up. Dog, you know what? That's why we need to get together in person and take like a couple of promo shots and shit and be like, "Oh, after show later."
No, bro. You know what we need? You know what we need? I'll tell you what we need. We need to copy Covino's style and get a cardboard cutout, bro. So you can have one of me over there, bro, and I got one over you here.
Hey, we'll do that shit, and it'll make it feel that much more. Oh, look at that ugly ass.
Hey, Covino's a savage for that, bro. He was a savage for that. Shit was dope. He was there even when he wasn't. That was. I love that shit.
I have a CNR quiz for you then about the cardboard cutout. So for those of you that remember the cardboard cutout, if you know the answer, El Cucuy, just hang off for a minute. I want to give the people listening a chance to answer. So we're going to go the cardboard cutout. Do you remember who the actual body was? Do you remember?
I do not.
You don't? Okay, I'll give you 3 people. Let's do this.
But I know who it turned into, and I heard they made it into an NFT. Just saying. Who's got that cutout now?
I don't know. I don't know if the cutout ever made it out of New York, but there was so the cardboard cutout. For those of you that are newer listeners, I know Crystal Bray's a newer listener, so she might not know the story. But when a few years back, before Covino and Rich moved to LA, Covino was actually living in LA and New York. He was bi-coastal.
Yes.
But that didn't mean he liked...
Yes, he was.
That didn't mean he liked dudes, right?
No.
Okay. So he was bi-coastal, and he would, do the show during the week. He would fly back on the weekend to go be with Melody and his ex. So he would fucking do that every weekend. Every weekend he'd be flying back and forth. So he had a house in Jersey. He had a house in LA. So what they would do is whenever they were taking pictures with a guest, they'd have like Jason Momoa or whoever, fucking Katy Perry or whoever in the studio. And
I remember when he was the player in La Playa. Remember that?
I remember when he shit his chonies in El Segundo, and he tried to
And
blame it on.
Hey, bro, my girl's son, bro, that's like her favorite song. We play that shit all
That's a
the
dope
time.
ass
He loves
track.
that damn song.
Oh no,
he loves it.
You know what song I fucking can't stop fucking singing? Like sometimes I'll get it in my head, or actually, anytime I hear Red Hot Chili Peppers, I think of Huevos.
Yes.
Chorizo y huevos.
Bro, hey, when I was at the grocery store, they made a lot of the tracks that they, were inspired for those Tickle Sack tracks, were off regular songs.
Yeah.
And they would play the grocery store playlist, had them all the time, dude. And fucking, I would sing them fucking a Caboose. I forgot what the real song of Caboose is, but I'd walk around singing, fucking put it in your caboose.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was. And my other favorite one was around the holidays when they would play fucking Feliz Navidad, bro. Well, or Navidad, but I would sing Navidad. I would sing that shit out loud. I didn't give a fuck.
Oh, you know what's funny? I had a friend named Kiani who was from Hawaii, right? And I remember around Christmas time when they were playing Me Like You Lick My Caca.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, Kiani. I was like, Covino and Rich, they did this song. I was like, I can't think of the real name of it. I was like, but they made a parody. And this is like 5 years ago. And she was like, what was it a parody of? And I was like, I'm not sure, but their version is called Me Like You Lick My Caca. And she was like, oh, and then she said the actual name of it, which I still can't remember to this day. Do you know the name of it?
No, but you know what? Honestly,
it's like Meleka Leka Naka or some shit, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to get canceled for saying that shit, but I don't know.
Well, even for Can't Piss This, I mean, let's shout out Tickle Sack, because obviously what they do was there was two inspirations. Obviously, if Shannon didn't fucking pee in the pool and fucking brag about it, the song would have never got made. But it was based on stuff Tickle Sack does do, and Covino wrote the hook.
You know what? I have to actually, I'll fucking link up with you later.
Shout out Covino, shout out Tickle Sack, shout out Shannon for the inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Do something else. Why don't you fucking stick your finger in his coffee or someone he's not looking? I don't know. Do something else, Shannon, because I need some more material.
I have a song idea for AfterShowBL later records, but I'll talk to you about it after this. It's something inspired from this week, and there's actually I'll just leave it at that. But you know what?
Well, and for the listeners, we're trying to incorporate more news updates and more skits, and we're trying to get a little more production and just get some more things that ain't just us fucking blabbing our mouths for fucking an hour and a half. And we can break up although it's probably fucking great radio, but if we can break it up with some comedy, some humor, and some bullshit, we're trying to add that fucking element.
Oh, you know what?
Album coming soon.
Actually, I'm gonna give another shout out to the After Show, but later. I had a homie hit me up over the weekend, and he was telling me, he was like, he listened to the.
Was he trying to collect on this swear jar, Miguel?
No, it wasn't that homie.
Fuck. Hey, what do you owe him, bro? You're in debt, aren't you?
Dog, I owe him like $15,000, and that's only for the last like 10 episodes. But
does he take Dogecoin?
I don't know. You know what though? You know what I do have, dog? I swear, there's been so many topics that I started and I just haven't finished. But
I'm sorry, bro.
No, but it's all good though. It's because you mentioned something and then I start thinking about it. Like you mentioned Doge, right? So, dog, one thing that I have like probably like over 4 million of is fucking Shiba. Do you know what Shiba is? It's another crypto.
There was a strain of weed called Shiva, SHIV, Shiva Shantae, but that's as close as I get.
Oh, that's funny. That was actually, Shantae was my first little girlfriend in high school.
Damn, bro.
And no, but Shiba was actually, Doug, that shit is like, people have been talking about it. Like they were talking about it when Doge had their run, right? And they're like, oh, this is the next Doge. It's going to be fucking nuts or whatever. So I probably spent like $50 on like 4 million, or it's like over 4 million like fucking shares or whatever, right? Okay. And I was like, it hasn't done shit, right? That $50 is worth like $38 like right now, right?
Oh shit.
But
right.
But I go, you know what? My biggest thing when it comes to crypto and just stocks in general and shit, is fucking patience. I never have the fucking patience. Like, I'll sit on some shit for like a month or two and I'm just like, this ain't doing shit. Fuck this stock. This stock sucks, right?
No, I'm the same way.
And so
I'm the same way.
So see, the Shiba since I bought fucking like 4 million of them or whatever, and I go, you know what? It's probably never gonna do shit. But I'm like, dog, even if this shit goes to a fucking like a penny, right? So what's
You're winning.
What's a penny times fucking 4 million? Like 400,000 or 40,000 or something
like that, or at least 40,000.
Yeah, whatever. Hey,
I still count on fingers, bro. Bust out the Casio or the iPhone.
Dog, you fucking liar! You made fun of me last week for counting on fingers.
Oh, well, I gotta join it. No, I'm. You know what? I got one like that, and I feel your pain because I'm looking right now. I got 1,500 shares of Pot Network, and they do like CBD and they do all kind of shit. But it's fuck. That was my Dougie Stale pick, dude. Like that's the one I picked, a Dougie Stale in like 2018, and I've been stuck on it because it's just. What are you gonna do? Do I want my $1.50 that it's worth? You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
I got a couple $100 in it, but at that point, you just write it out.
No, I feel you 100%. And
but I get impatient too. I flip gold hella quick, or like, because my pops, after he started selling real estate, he really started getting into business. And one of his mentors, told him something that my pops told me that's kind of stuck with me. If you got an opportunity to make a decent amount of money, you take it every time. Those opportunities don't come by all the time. If you're not making enough, for the time you invested, then don't do it. But if you can make a decent amount of money, you do it. That's just what business people do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
You know what? So, I see a lot of people giving fucking Rich's homie Doug a hard time on fucking on like the Carl pages and shit. They'll be like bitching about his picks and shit. Like,
I'm just a dick. I just know they've been complaining about him lately. So instead of Dougie Fresh, I call him Dougie Stale. But I'm sure he'll turn it around.
No, and see, the thing is though that people like bitch or whatever. Like so somebody had mentioned, because I had put something on the Carl page, and I wasn't like throwing shade at him. I was throwing shade at myself because I was like,
which we all do it. I just gave an example of myself, so it happens to everybody.
Well, see, I had put. Do I just pick? Am I the only one, or I said some shit like that picks all of the wrong Dougie Fresh picks, dog? And every fucking one of my shit was like negative 20%, negative 15%, negative 9%, dog. My whole shit on my total gains and losses was fucking red. The whole shit.
Right.
And so I had put a comment. I was like, hey, am I the only one that picks all the wrong picks? And then people started talking shit. So I was like, you know what? Like, not about me, about Doug. And I was like, oh, man. They were like, oh, he claims 7.
Oh, bro, you started it, bro. You got up some negativity or what?
Yeah, Doug. I was like, because I said it as like poking fun at myself, because I know he has ones that hit, right? I know 100%. But people were like, oh, he claims 70% of his shit to be dope or whatever, but I've seen only 20% of them hit and all this shit. But I'm like, Doug, when it comes to the fucking stocks and shit, they're not gonna all, Doug, if you're making a shit ton on fucking anything in fucking a couple of months, then that's fucking dope. People sit on shit for years. So if
and Apple don't go up that quick. Shit usually don't go up not a couple months.
Exactly.
Maybe a year.
Exactly. So you know what? There's shit that I'm sitting on where I'm like that's why I was kind of poking fun at myself. Like, man, I pick all the shitty ones because I know that this motherfucker does his research, right? I know he's doing fucking deep dives into this shit to where yeah, they're not all gonna hit, but you know what? But I have confidence in them.
No one does.
There was one that I think Semi or some shit. I made like $300 on or some shit, and I was like, it was one of those motherfuckers that just had one of those crazy pops, right? And then I sat on that one for like a month or two, and then fucking it just popped out of nowhere, and I was like, oh cool, an extra $300, fucking I could use that, right? And so I had sold it, and I was good. So when people talk shit about it, I'm like, Doug, do you think fucking anybody in life is 100% on their shit? No. Fucking Warren Buffett, fucking you think of these people that have made money in the stock market that are the fucking big dogs, they've all fucking lost money. They've all sat on shit for years. They've all, so when people start bitching, I'm like, listen, motherfucker, then I wish Doug would block them. Because you know what? Because they're talking shit, but they're still going to fucking be looking at his picks and shit, right? So, So it's just like Donnie Pompidou was another one who fucking was talking shit. He was like
Donnie fucking Pompidou.
Yeah, so Papa
don't.
Donnie and fucking what is he? Donnie in Ottawa. He was fucking talking shit, and it wasn't only him.
He's got Have you seen that thing, bro? That's a Papa Don't, bro. That's not a Papa Do.
What makes it a don't? The gray?
I don't know. Just because he's got that name like that, I'm gonna talk shit.
Oh yeah.
I haven't even seen it. I'm just being a dick.
Oh no, because he's got a big ass gray pump. You know.
So that's a Papa Don't then.
Yeah.
I don't want that shit. Do you?
No. I mean, it's nice and thick, but I'm just saying it's not fucking like. I don't know. You know, Covino and Rich always say like, I have plenty of time to be the old guy. So why the fuck am I gonna rock the fucking like super gray hair, looking like fucking Anderson Cooper when you're like fucking like he's like what like 35 or something. So I'm just like, dog, you can fucking die a little bit.
If Anderson's the silver fox, is this the silver cox or what?
No, I think he is the silver cox. I might have even misspoke. But fuck, I'm trying to think of some shit that I mentioned earlier that I fucking went off on tangents on.
I got a couple strategies, bro, on stocks. Like I'll do some. You know how many times I've made money off Intel since about 2008, and it started like 22, and I think right now
like
it's
Afghanistan
like 50 something.
And shit, like
no Intel. No, not that one, bro. You know what, bro? To be honest with you, I really wish I was that good. But my Intel is just stays in like the streets of Fresno, expands a little bit to like Humboldt County. And obviously now I'm in Oakland. I got some Intel in Oakland. But no, I don't go that far, bro. I don't worry about other people's shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I feel you. And I don't know. I just think people like to talk shit. You know, that's what it comes down to. But, oh, you know what? Actually, I have something fucking... I have something. I kind of fucking started this because... Rich was talking about this week. Did you catch the conversation about the changing your tire?
Yes, I did.
And so I want to know your thoughts, and then I'm going to tell you something that's related.
My thoughts are this. I absolutely know how to change a tire. But at the same time, I also absolutely have AAA. So I'm not opposed to changing my own tire. And if I'm stuck or in a hurry or, you know, I got shit to do and my tire pops and AAA says 2 hours, looks like I'm changing my own tire.
You know what?
AAA says...
That's a great point. Is that, having the fucking skill to do it and I'm not opposed to AAA.
Oh, you have to. No, it's not even a skill, bro. Let's just call that survival. What's the fucking option? Being stuck on the side of the fucking road?
Rich said, and I'll fucking quote him because this is I started a little argument on the Carl page by saying it. Rich during the show, and you know, I go back and listen and whatever. Rich said it was an quote unquote outdated skill.
Bro, it's 5 fucking lug nuts and a jack.
Exactly. It's not rocket science, right? It's not fucking.
You're not curing cancer, homie. You ain't coming up with the new COVID vaccine.
And but
it goes back to what we were talking about with laundry and yard care. I never said fucking I didn't know how to do it. I said I didn't want to do it. You should still know how to cut your own fucking grass, mow your own fucking edges, prune your trees. Those are things you should know as a man.
I think not even as a man, dog. I think as like a fucking as a
even
person.
A woman.
Yeah, as a person.
Right.
You know, because I'm way more progressive than you. That's why I didn't say as a man.
Shit. No, but you're right. No, I mean, you know, no, because I said earlier, survival. If you want to survive and you don't want to be stuck, there's certain things in life that you should know how to do. Mm-hmm.
No, and you know what?
You don't got to build your own house or sheetrock your own fucking basement or, you know, all that. But he's got Sarah, bro. He already admitted that. He's got Sarah. Why don't you just call Sarah, bro? If you're scared to change your tire, just call Sarah. She'll do it for you. No. Seems like she's more of a man than Rich.
You know what, though? And see, that's the thing is that I think, again, you made a great point where, you know what? You can call AAA. Hey, AAA, this fucking Al Cucuy. How long is it going to be? Hey, we'll be there in 15 minutes. Cool. I'll be on fucking TikTok, right? But
we fire up this blunt. I'm good.
Exactly. It's going to be 2 hours. Hey, I ain't got time for that shit. I got shit to do. I'll fucking do it. Hey, thanks for your fucking service. Talk to you later. Right? You do it.
Peace.
But what I don't fucking get is like just it just an outdated skill is like fucking okay. And then what I also think about is Doug, like, I don't want to say
what skill ever be, but think about that. Let's analyze that statement.
Outdated.
What the fuck skill is ever outdated? A skill is a skill. They call it a skill for a reason. If you're good at something, does time ever get rid of that? Because even like if you're good at math, now you're just on a spreadsheet. But there's only one way to take off a fucking tire. That don't change.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, think about this though. Even think about math, like you mentioned, right? So even if you're like a fucking super dope ass genius at math, Doug, a lot of times you can get shit fucking done faster in your head than even a fucking calculator. You know, the time it takes somebody to fucking look at the numbers and type them in or whatever, your ass already fucking
Siri's good, bro, but she ain't as good as me.
Exactly. So, you know, but so when
Can I give an example?
Yeah.
Siri, what's 12 times 12? 144. See, she was late. She didn't even fucking respond, and she's ignoring me. What happens if you don't have that skill?
Exactly. And she's like, what's 12 in a house? You know, Siri's always fucking wrong.
12 by 12 times 144. I didn't quite get that.
How many square feet? You're like, what the fuck are you talking about, Siri?
Right.
But
so,
no.
I think he's absolutely wrong.
You know
he's
what,
absolutely
though?
rich.
I'm going to tell you something that I'm fucking hella proud of. And I fucking, if you're listening to this and you were on the in-show chat and you saw me mention this like 8 times this week, just fucking mind your business. Because the reason why I'm super proud of this is because I'm not a fucking car dude, right? I'm not a fucking car.
Me neither.
I can't tell you shit about a car, but I just know, hey, if it's not starting, I might need gas. Like that's how. Like I can edit video and do all kinds of shit like that. I can't tell you one fucking thing about a car. However, I fucking my girl's car last weekend fucking threw off the serpentine belt and she got stranded. Remember when we were recording? And I told you she called or whatever. Well, she got stranded and it had thrown off her serpentine belt or some shit. And then, so we took it to like Jiffy Lube or some shit and they fucking threw on a new one. And they're like, oh yeah, we don't know what happened, whatever. We drove it. It fucking threw it off again, right? Fucking ripped it, everything. And so my fucking logical thinking goes, okay, if it's throwing it off, it has to be a bad pulley. Right? So it has to be one of the fucking pulleys. So what I did was I fucking got under the hood. I started jiggling the pulleys, right? The one that was fucked up was her water.
Not the Jubbos?
No, I did that later. Okay. So after I got the car completed, I was able to.
After you got a pulley, you jiggled a little Jubbos?
So check this shit out. So I jiggled the fucking the water pump and I go, okay, this shit's obviously fucked, right? I'm not a car dude, but I know. Right. If a pulley's not supposed to go like this, right? It's not supposed to jiggle all over the fucking place. And so I go, oh, it's the fucking water pump. Doug, I looked it up on fucking YouTube, right? I looked it up on YouTube. It was fucking 4 bolts, right? And to replace the water pump. And I was like, okay, went to Harbor Freight and bought like an extension so I could get behind the fucking some shit that was like long as fuck to get. All right, so I went. AutoZone got me.
Give me a second, bro. Hold on. I'm sorry. Give me a second.
You know what? I think I'm gonna start a podcast like fucking Theo Von or some shit. I'm just gonna sit here and just bullshit and talk about whatever I'm thinking. Be like, yeah, in the 3rd grade, I went to this school, and I had a friend who only had 1 leg, but she had 3 arms. So when people called her disabled, I'd call her misabled. Because she was Mrs. able to do more than me with the 3 arms. You know what I'm saying? Gang. Cool. So Doug, check this shit out. I found out it was a water pump. Went to the fucking AutoZone. Got a water pump, some fucking coolant, and a fucking serpentine belt. Fucking got that shit. Switched out all by my fucking self. Right? And this is why it reminded me of it. I had seen a video because the fucking engine is like turned to the side or some shit. It's like weird. So the serpentine belt is on the side. On a lot of cars, it's like right in the front. So it was like in order to get to it, easier way to get to it is to pull off your fucking tire. And then you're able to get into the fucking pulleys a lot easier. So I jacked it up. I didn't call AAA. I jacked it up, took the wheel off, got to get under the wheel well. Fucking put the after I put the new water pump on, got to fucking put the fucking serpentine belt on, threw the wheel back on, didn't have to call AAA again, and fucking and Doug, now fucking
still got 4 service calls left.
So my girl's car's fixed, right? So I'm like, she's been fine. I'm not gonna lie. When she was gonna jump on the freeway, I was like, oh my god, Lord, please let this shit have done it right. But I did. Right. So now I spent money. It was like $100 for the water pump. It was like $20 for the fucking coolant and like $20 for the fucking serpentine belt. So for like $150, I fucking was able to fix that rather than having to get all that shit and pay somebody to do it. Doug, think about how much fucking money I saved myself, right? And by replacing the water pump and a fucking serpentine belt. So when Rich says shit like about, when am I going to need to know how to do this and shit or whatever? Well, you know what? Fucking, if I could, I don't give a fuck, dog, if I was like making millions and shit. If I could save myself a couple of dollars by doing something myself, then I might do it. You know what I'm saying? And so it all comes down to like, it
comes down to you. And it worth it to the individual.
And it comes down to at the moment. You know, at the moment, do you have the time to do it or do you want to pay for it? You know, but having the option to do it yourself. You know, not saying, hey.
That's the key. But that's the key, bro. What you're saying is the key. Rich is eliminating having an option.
Exactly. And that's what one of the things Spot said, where he was like, because Rich was like, oh, let me do the math. How many tires have you changed in your life? Oh, fucking, so Covino has changed 5 tires in his entire life. I've changed 2 in my entire life. And Spot, so we've changed an average of 1 tire every 6 years or whatever the fuck his stupid ass math was. Fucking dumbass. So, not dumbass Rich, dumbass comment. So, he's doing all this math and shit. Spot had came up with, hey, it's not about how fucking often you're doing it. It's about being able to do it when you need to.
Right.
In a case of an emergency. And then Carl Carl R. from fucking Arizona, he lives in Arizona as well. And he told me, you know what? Rich has never been stranded in fucking 100-degree weather. Fucking, having to wait for AAA or whatever the fuck. Like, you're going to have to wait, 3-4 hours or whatever, especially if you're in a more rural part of the fucking
isolated
city or whatever. Yeah,
absolutely.
So now you're going to have to wait 5 hours. So you're going to wait 5 hours when it's something that you could fucking do in 15 minutes tops. You know what I'm saying? And so like I just don't get why Rich would not want to know how to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, part of my problem is I want to know how to do everything.
He's a goofy. That's why. He's a goofy.
Like when it comes to like I said, like that shit about cars. I don't know shit about cars. I wish I did. And you know what? I might fucking watch that video. Now I have an extra little skill, right? I know how to fucking get under the hood and change a pulley out if I need to or whatever the fuck, right?
But I think that's why I don't relate to him a lot of the times, because he's a master with the radio. Let's give him that, right? He is a master on the radio. He knows, his way around a microphone, and he's very good at what he does, and we can say he mastered it, right? Mm-hmm. I'd rather be a jack of all trades. Mm-hmm. You can be a master at one thing. I'd rather be pretty good at a lot of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, and have multiple skills and shit, and honestly,
hey, we got subscribers. I ain't no master of the universe around a microphone like Rich Davis, but we got people that tune in weekly. So I mean, we're doing something right. We're not. I'm not as good as him, not claiming to be, but good enough to fucking people to fucking sign up and fucking pay attention.
Yeah, we have fucking close to 900 people on Facebook. We have
and I know how to change a tire.
Exactly. And you know what? We're doing our best, right? And so why not fucking know how to do something, try to do something, fucking I just don't get the fucking the mentality of like,
much love Steve Covino, because a lot of that is from his support. So I got to give Covino his love, because it seems like he has our back no matter what. He always has our back.
For sure. No, you know what? That's honestly
he'll even he's the only one that says our name on his show. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Covino.
Exactly. Hey, you know what? That's one thing that I was actually having a conversation with you actually this week, when we weren't recording, is I was like, I don't want to bring it up. I really don't, like, because I feel like it's like
I did it for you.
It's like a woe is me type of shit. But Doug, what I can't get over is how Rich goes out of his way to not say the after show but later, or the after show. Like, he did it I think Luis texted me on one of the Twitch Fridays. He did it like 2 weeks ago. He said it one time, right? And Luis texted me. He's like, "Hey, dude, are you the after show?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, who else would be the after show on fucking Twitch, you know? And then he was like, "Oh, because he heard Rich say it." But I was like, "Doug, that was like the one time." And like, what? 27 years we've been doing this shit now. And that's what makes me laugh is that I'm not saying he has to say it every time. I'm just saying what makes me laugh is that he goes out of his way to not say it. That's where I find a disconnect. And I was telling you this week is that if it was Covino who, you know, listens to the show from time to time or, you know, all the time, I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know a schedule.
Right.
But
I mean, I hope he listens to every show, but you know, he's definitely a great supporter.
But see, look, I'm saying if he fucking listened and he was like, didn't like our message or thought we were like off or some shit, then I could see him going out of his way, right? Because he's actually listened to us. I think
he would tell us though, bro. I think Covino would be like, you know, he would probably tell us.
I think he would. I really do. But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if Rich actually listened and he was like, you know, because I know we bag on him a lot, right? So whatever. But the thing is, I don't think he knows we bag on him because I don't think he listens. So that's where I'm like, where is the disconnect right there? I'm curious as to like, why is it? Is it because he knows like we lean more Covino? Like he just maybe knows like within the comments and like the in-show thread or something? Or
no, because he don't even listen to, he's admitted that he don't even listen to their replays. And like, I know I always listen to our show to hear what kind of product we're given after it gets posted. And I know Covino said he listens to himself, like he listens to himself on Sirius and, you know, the Covino and Rich show. But Rich I don't know if he even listens to his own shit.
You know what? He doesn't. He's has said it, but it was funny.
So I can't expect him to listen to us. You know what I mean? Like I get it. The thing that gets me fired up is like, say the name, bro. Like if we comment, say the full name. You know what I'm saying? You don't have Tourette's. You don't forget what you're saying after the second word. There's 4 words in there. The after show, but later.
Oh, you know what? I have something.
Or don't. But whatever.
I have something that's fucking made me laugh because Rich is notorious for fucking making shit up in people's comments, right? Doug, like, because people will say like, oh, well, I didn't say that. Like, you know, Rich will say something. He'll be like, oh, Lonnie 3000 said, I love turtles. And then Lonnie's in the comments like, motherfucker, I just said like turtles, you know? And what made me laugh was this week, Rich was like, somebody had mentioned, it was like, I think it was Jacob Moultrie or some shit. One of these people were like, they mentioned the year 2005. And this person said, I was 14 in 2005, right? So Rich, that was literally the fucking comment, said, I was 14 in 2005. It said 05 if you want me to quote it, right? That was it.
Right.
Period. Nothing else. Rich goes, oh, look it. He was like, I was 14 in 05. I've been following you guys a long time. And I go, Doug, that didn't even fucking, that was nowhere near what that dude said. Like he said, like Rich did, I'll give him that. He did read it word for word. I was 14 in 05. But then he added something that the dude never said. I've been following you guys for a long time. I'm like, the dude, I mean, the dude could have been following him since he was 12. Or he could have been following him since last week. But it was just funny to me that Rich was like, added on a full-on extra sentence, you know? I'm just like, I could understand if they change it a little bit for radio, where they're like, you know, if there's like typos and shit, and they're like, you know, when I was on my house, and they're like, oh, I was at my house, says, you know, El Cucuy. Yeah, okay, you're not gonna make it look fucking stupid, right? You're gonna make it sound right. But when you actually just straight up, like, oh, look right here, it says, Crystal Bray says, I love the after show. You guys are my favorite show I've ever listened to on podcast.
And I love you.
And you're like, wait, but when you actually look at it, it just says, I like the after show, right? It didn't say all this extra shit. So that's what made me laugh is that there's one thing to correct it or to make it sound like a little better for radio. And then there's another thing to like just completely make shit up, you know? So I don't know.
I hope Sarah leaves him about 5 peanut butter knives today. That's all I got to say.
Oh, Doug, you fucking scared me. I thought you were going to say, I hope Sarah leaves him Just period.
No,
and I was like,
no,
oh,
never that.
I was like, dog.
He needs her, bro. She balances his ass out.
Oh yeah, it's so funny because that's what makes me laugh about like Sarah is that she's so fucking like and let me know how you're doing on time because I know you got a 7-hour trip ahead of you. But
yeah.
Fucking
shout out the guys real quick. Miguel, shout out Husky Nipple, and shout out Sammy Davis.
Junior?
That's what his name tag said yesterday. We got a little label maker. We be fucking around at work. So yeah, yesterday he was Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh, his
lab coat said.
It's really Sammy Davis though?
No, it's Sam. It's Samuel, but we got a little label maker. So now we got these lab coats at work, and they got these patches with our company logo and then on our name on the other side. And so he didn't like Samuel. So yesterday I made a MY for Sammy, and then we just put Davis Jr. in the bottom.
Ah, all right. Well, sounds like you have more fun than I have at my job. So
sorry to interrupt, bro.
I don't even know where the fuck I was going with whatever I was saying. But, oh, you know what? Let me check to see if there's anything from the last... Doug, I got myself a little composition book, and I write all my fucking notes now for the episodes in it. So I can go back now through the episodes, and let me see if there's anything here that we might... Oh, I have one right here already that I see. Doug, they were talking about... What was it? I think it was probably because of Taylor Swift or something where Rich had brought up a dude who was like at her apartment or some shit. And then he was like, oh yeah, well, what are you going to do if you do see her or something, like, hey, or whatever. Right. If it was that scenario, the dude's probably going to do something creepy. Right. But whatever.
Look into her soul.
Yeah. But Doug, do you remember it just for some reason it sparked this memory.
JK, bro.
Do you remember the story of fucking Covino following around not Anthony Kiedis?
A squirrel?
No.
I remember that story.
No.
Covino versus the streets.
Doug, this was, I think, when they were probably still living in New York and Covino was in LA. Or maybe it was more recent. I'm not positive. But Doug, it was fucking funny because Covino was following this dude around Trader Joe's because he thought it was Anthony Kiedis of fucking the Red Hot Chili Peppers, right? So he's fucking, Covino's right there.
Not Anthony Pettis in the UFC?
No, not. He's not even in the UFC anymore. He's in like fucking. He's in
Showtime.
What is he in now? No, he's not in Showtime. He's in
the minor leagues.
Yeah, basically the minors. He's not in the UFC anymore. But
is he pulling a Kenny Powers and he's fighting in the circuit in Mexico?
No, he's not. He's in. Doug, this is the most ADD episode we've ever had.
That's fucking awesome.
He was. I don't know. He fights for like Bellator or some shit now. I don't know. But anyway. Oh, you know what? Shout out to fucking Kelvin Gastelum. He's going to be fighting on, let me see. This will probably air Saturday maybe.
Bro, my homie at work, Junior, sent me a thing of some dude, bro.
Who? About
Sorry,
what?
Continue.
No,
badass fucking fighter.
I was just saying shout out to fucking Kelvin Gastelum because he's right here from Yuma, Arizona, dog. He used to live in these shitty ass apartments with like his mom. And if you watch The Ultimate Fighter, it's so funny because dog, he fucking one of my best friends, his mom lives in those same apartments. And it's funny because on The Ultimate Fighter, they show like the outside of the apartments and then they show them inside and his mom's like cooking and shit. And I'm like, dog, it's so crazy to me that somebody like that grew up in the hood like that is like fucking doing big ass things, So shout out to Kelvin Gastelum. Fucking
good luck, Calvin.
Yeah, he'll be fighting fucking Saturday. So I'm excited to watch him, dog. And then fucking Cain Velasquez, another hometown homie. I know he fucking shows a lot of love to like San Jose and shit, but he was here. He was a Kofa King, I was a Yuma Criminal, so I was different high schools, but fucking Cain Velasquez, another fucking Yuma person. So and he still has family here. So shout out to them, but definitely this weekend got to give fucking I'm gonna be pulling for fucking Kelvin Gastelum, not only because he's a fucking Latino, but because he's a hometown homie, So
I'm gonna play the audio of this clip. I sent you this clip, but the homie Junior at work sent me this one. Michelle Pereira. I I'd never heard of him before, bro. But homeboy's doing like crazy shit, man. I'm gonna go ahead and play the auto, see if it plays. But he's doing like his style was wild.
The fighter?
Can't hear. Yeah, you can't hear that, huh?
A little bit.
That ain't gonna work. Anyways, we'll try that. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but yeah, he does some crazy like flips in the ring, and he does wild shit, dude. I'd never seen a fighter that acrobatic but skilled while he's doing it. You should check it out.
Doug, speaking of fucking fights and shit, the most recent heavyweight fight for UFC 265 when fucking Derek Lewis fought.
He
fought, was it Cyril Gane? I forget how to pronounce his name.
I think so, yeah.
Doug, but this motherfucker, not Derek Lewis, the other dude, the French dude, it was so fucking nuts to watch him fight, dog, because he's like, he does not look like a heavyweight, you know, and he's like, what, like 260 pounds or some shit? And, dog, this motherfucker is bouncing the whole fucking fight, and he just fucked up Derek Lewis, and I'm a huge Derek Lewis fan. And,
me too.
Doug, I was like, ooh.
But he got his ass whooped.
He got his fucking ass handed to him. And I was just like, this motherfucker, honestly, if Derek Lewis would have won, he would have been fighting Francis Ngannou, right? But since Cyril Gane, if that's not how you pronounce his name, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm going to call him. If Cyril Gane had fucking, he did win, so now he's going to fight Francis. But what trips me out is like, I feel like the Derek Lewis would have been more exciting and probably would have got better numbers as far as like exciting fight to watch. But this is going to be so fucking dope when they do fight, when Ngannou does fight Cyril Gane, because, Doug, Ngannou is a fucking beast, and then Cyril Gane is moving around like a fucking lightweight and shit, you know? He's mobbing around, not fucking sitting at all. So that's going to be a fucking dope-ass one to watch, Doug. So I can't fucking wait for that. I've been so fucking stoked on UFC and shit, Doug.
No, UFC has been dope, dude. I mean, we've had some good fights lately. Boxing's been good. Like I said, when I seen that dude, you know, with what his little style, I was impressed, man, because it was straight up entertaining. Just entertainment like in a fight. I don't think I've seen Michael Pieri. I'm trying to search his ass up right now as we speak. Maybe even share my screen, but this dude was badass, bro.
Pieri, you said?
He does backflips and all kind of shit, huh?
Michael Pieri?
Yeah, he does. It's Pereira. I'm gonna try to pull it up and share the screen.
Michael Piranha.
No, there's no N, but maybe.
No.
He's a shark. He is a shark.
Now after this shit, we'll wrap it up too, because we're already pretty far in.
Let me see if I can't share this with you. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
He's just badass, bro. He does some crazy wild ass shit. Let me get to these highlights. I've just never seen it like entertainment wise.
Yeah.
Like he's just and not even that. Like that little knockout was cute and shit, but like he does wild ass shit, dude.
Who does he fight for? Does he fight for the UFC or
I'm not sure, man. I just the dude, the homie at work, he just showed me this at work, and
no,
I don't know, man. I see UFC. Nah, I don't think so. But watch him, see him dead. Look at him.
Oh,
this fucker's a showman, dude.
Dog,
that ain't shit. Hey, he's bad though.
He's like another Nate Diaz and shit with his showmanship. Look at that.
Yeah, but he does flips and shit. Like he'll flip in the ring and land a watch. He does some wild shit, dude.
For real. No, he looks like a circus act and shit. Like he's fucking.
That was a Superman punch, right? Oh
yeah. Dog, look at that. Who in life will throw a fucking backflip towards the dude? I've never seen that.
Shout out Junior. If you ain't watching this cat, you need to. He's badass, dude. Shout out Junior.
You know what Joe Rogan mentioned recently was like, it would be dope because when he did that Superman punch, he did it off the cage. Did you see that right now?
Yeah.
Well, Joe Rogan was talking about it'd be fucking dope to have like the UFC rather than the octagon, just have it on like a fucking like a basketball court or some shit, right? Where they have like an out of bounds type of shit. Because people use the fucking the fence for a lot of shit, you know, to fucking pull themselves up.
I thought it was against the rules.
But they still, dog, even like to fucking kind of rest on it when they're getting their fucking like to catch their breath and shit while people are on them. They have them fucking, they'll use their fucking feet to help them like pull themselves up, and the refs will tell them, hey, you're gonna do that again, I'm gonna take away a point or whatever. But to not even have that option there for them, look at that shit, dog.
See that shit, bro? Look at this shit.
That is fucking crazy. That is crazy.
Hey, who does that? Who does that? And he's just hitting him with combos.
Pereira? Oh, fuck.
Oh. But
the
hey,
fuck is he fighting that fat ass anyway? Look at that.
I don't know, but he look like he's on a video game.
Fuck.
Tell me that shit ain't entertaining.
Doug, it reminds me of some like shit where they're like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or some shit, like, where they're like doing like finish him and they fucking do their little combo at the end where they're fucking like doing flips and shit. That's what it reminds me of.
This is like a video game that's half leapfrog and half fucking
Doug,
UFC.
that Asian is getting fucked up. If you guys are only listening to this, I recommend you check it out on YouTube because this dude is fucking dope.
He is one of the best overall fight and most entertaining fighters I've ever seen. I see him taking a lot of risks, and I could see him getting caught slipping in a lot of those moves he's doing. But it is fucking entertainment at its finest.
I wonder what his record is because he's pretty fucking like he's a showman and shit. So I'm just wondering if this shit works in his favor or if he's just entertaining to watch but fucking loses and shit. Look at him doing windmills.
This fucker's look at him, bro. He's doing the breakdance. Oh, this is on ESPN. So this is UFC.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, that's UFC.
Oh, what is it? UFC what? Do you see the number or?
No, I don't see it.
Fuck, I'm trying to see it. I'm trying to see if it's like, if it says what fight night it is or what fucking card it is.
Motel 6 is sponsoring it, so you could probably even do like Motel 6. What's that say?
FC
Championship
something.
048. Anyway,
that looks like some kind of Asian shit. Do you see?
Yeah, no, he was badass, dude. That fucker's badass.
That was.
But you know what, bro? I don't want to get into detail, but I definitely want to do a couple of things. I did want to point out. I feel like Spot's been chiming in a lot less lately. I don't know if he got the self-awareness memo, but I think his chime-ins have been great too. They haven't been like he's been dominating the show. Mm-hmm. And then what about fucking Wes and Jerkman? Spot called him out for fucking texting during the show. Did you hear that?
Oh, I did. I
totally agree, bro, with them. What do you think?
Yeah, Doug, we had conversations about that on this show, actually. I think that was maybe fucking Spot's awesome. Listening. Because, Doug, Spot even said, hey, after the show, fucking whatever.
But later.
Right?
Oh, no, he didn't say that.
I know, we cut that out like he said the after show, huh? But no, Spot said, Doug, he said, oh, you know what? Speaking of them, we're gonna be sending them some things. El Cucuy and myself are sending the after show, but later are sending Covino and Rich some stuff, so they should be getting it like Monday.
And we're gonna buy their merch too, because like Covino said, it ain't about the money; it's about the support. So
exactly,
I'm gonna give me some white tees and some K Swiss and some fucking 501s. I'm gonna rock that shit.
What was I gonna tell you? Oh, Spot said after the show. He was like, fucking text us in our group text or whatever the fuck you want to. He's like, but during the show, text the show number. And yes. Doug, that I'm like, I felt, fuck, man. I
Encore, Spot.
I felt
bravo,
like,
Spot. Bravo.
I felt like those gifts and shit that they have of people fucking doing that slow clap. Because when I saw that, I was like, fucking Spot. I was like, there you go, Doug. Because I'm like, somebody needs to say it, Doug. Like, fucking... Come on now. Like, yeah, you have their numbers. I'm like, and we do too, But still, you don't do that shit during the show. What the fuck is that for?
Shout out Spot. A little shout out Spot. Thank you, Spot.
It was kind of low, but I got the point. I got the gist of it.
They're about to talk about Shannon here.
Oh, man. You want to get our video muted again?
Yeah. No, you know what else? I got one last thing. And again, I know we're running out of time, but we didn't get a chance to talk about it. Covino's anxiety and Rich trying to tell him to take his shit all the time. And and whatnot. Remember, Covino says take as needed, and I want to get your take on that, bro, because I used to struggle with anxiety, and I still get it in certain situations. But what about Rich fucking trying to force him to take that bullshit?
Doug, check this out. So that was one thing that I thought was funny is that Rich, he swears like he's like the expert on whatever medication Covino's on. So Doug, yeah, there are some like antidepressants and shit that have to build up in your system before it's like
Yes,
it's like that Band-Aid that we're talking about.
I used to have it, bro. I used to have to take it. They try to get me on Paxil, and Paxil's one of them.
Well, see,
you got to take that shit for like a month.
Before it starts really taking effect, right? But then there's some shit that says as needed, right? That doesn't mean every fucking day
that's
just
Xanax.
Start your day with it.
That's your Xanax.
Yeah.
When they give you Xanax, they don't want you taking that shit all the time unless you absolutely have to.
Mm-hmm. And so, Doug, it's as needed. And Doug, I myself fucking, I don't want to say I suffer from anxiety, but I do. I mean, it's in my family. It's very common in my family. My grandpa, my mom's dad had a lot of anxiety. My mom, myself, and Doug, and it's like it's debilitating in a sense when you get struck with it, and
it's crippling.
It can happen in a millisecond, and it'll happen to me at work, especially, Doug. It happened to me a couple of times this week because I work for a college, and it was the first week of the term, right? The first week of the semester,
right?
And so, Doug, I started to get myself overwhelmed, and like on one day, especially, I think it was like Tuesday morning, I just went from like completely fine to, Doug, in like a matter of like a split second, like I felt like I was gonna die. Like Covino says, you get those fucking like, I'm gonna fucking drop dead here in my office, and it's fucking, Doug, and I know Rich is coming from a good place where he just wants Covino to feel right or whatever, but
exactly,
but it should be. I think, and I know people are gonna disagree with me because I had people texting me.
They're entitled to their wrong opinion.
And no, I had people texting me saying that they thought it was stupid that Covino wasn't taking the medication or something. And but I'm like, you know what though? It's his choice, right? And
his body.
And he does have it with him, right? He had it with him in studio.
I promise to God, bro. I promise to God, if he has a panic attack bad enough, he'll take the fucking medicine.
Exactly. Well, see, that's the thing is that he had it with him on his walk the other day. He had it with him in the studio. So he has it. So if he gets to that point, he'll fucking take it, right? But
absolutely.
I don't understand why, if he doesn't want to, I don't understand why people are like saying like do it. Because, Doug, when it comes to like shit like that, there's some shit, Doug, that can get in your head. You can get in your head, and honestly, like breathing.
Right. No, that's what it is. It's all in. It's
going for a walk.
It's all in your head.
There's plenty of things that can alleviate your anxiety, that he can do that are more natural, right, than taking something. So he could fucking he like I said, he could go for a walk. He could fucking a lot of
swimming
people
used to help me a lot.
See, a lot of people trip on like fucking, they think like breathing is stupid, right? Like breathing exercises and shit. But they're breathing, I don't know if I just get too hippie with that kind of shit, but there's some shit that has recently come out about breathing and how it's actually changed I don't want to say diseases, but like there's some shit like physiologically that will go. Is it physiologically a word? I don't know. But it'll make physiological changes to your body if you do these like breathing exercises and shit. So there's shit that is more natural than just popping a pill, right? And just creating your fucking just having your fucking and I mean, I'm not opposed to taking pills or medication, but at the same time, it should be your choice, right? So it just goes back to...
absolutely
it reminds me a lot of like the Band-Aid talk. Like, fucking, why do people have such a hard-on for what other people are doing? No,
my thing is I battled it. I started getting them in like 98, bro. And so I've had thousands and thousands. So I'm at a point now where I realize, like you say, you feel like you're going to die, but I've had so many thousands that I know I'm not. Okay. And I know that it's in your head and you got the ability to calm yourself down, or you can make it 10 times worse. That's kind of on you and how you're handling that panic attack. You start freaking, it's going to get worse. If you find a way to maintain and stay calm or distract yourself, it'll go away. You know, they started me. I had medication in the beginning too. I didn't know what the hell I was a youngster, you know what I mean? And I didn't know what the hell was going on and why. You know, the best way to explain it from my point of view is it's almost like that instant when you're in a car crash before you hit, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't go away. It's like that fear, that little half a second fear of impact lasting what feels like eternity, but it's more like 5 to 20, 30 minutes, depending on how long your anxiety attack lasts. And so they're scary. You don't know what's going to happen. It's a fight or flight. And in that moment, you don't know what's going on. And it's probably some PTSD of some situation in life, or maybe the first one fucked you up so bad that now every time you get a little feeling of something, you are worried that it's going to be full blown again. And so, and people that don't deal with that don't really understand the severity and how it does make you truly feel like you're dying in the moment. You're thinking heart attack, you're thinking I can't breathe, you're thinking I'm going to pass out. You know, sometimes I've had where like I can't hold on to a single thought. So like that shit's, it's real. You know what I mean? The medicine, I think when I first went through it, the medicine helped a little bit because you realize there was an exit strategy, that it kind of gave you the confidence that, you know, if I feel this way and I take this medicine, it'll at least reduce it or maybe even make it go away.
Yeah.
What I kind of got away from was the medicine, because you start to get dependent upon a man-made chemical from a laboratory where, you know, for me, even like a vape pen, you know, you don't want to get super stoned because I think that would also make it worse. So I would never advise that. I know I used to get it from getting stoned. Sometimes get too high and then you have a panic attack. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't advise that. But like one of those little mellow vape pens that don't really get you all fucked up, but they just kind of relax you a little bit, or maybe even a CBD pen, in my opinion, probably would help out as much as, you know, a small amount of Xanax.
Yeah.
You know, you start taking a half a bar, that's a different conversation, obviously.
Yeah.
But so that's kind of ways that I found to cope, because a lot of what triggered mine was situations like I don't like to really care about elevators. I think where my trigger points are like enclosed spaces where I can't get out of, like maybe an elevator or on a car, on like a freeway or a bridge. Like those are things that I don't really like, you know what I'm saying? But everyone's shit's different. Maybe it's public speaking. Maybe you get anxiety every time you're before crowd, or when you got to talk to a boss who's an asshole. Everyone's triggers are different. And so unless you've kind of went through what I just described, you really have no business commenting on someone who is going through it.
He said
because
triggers. Let's not get canceled.
Let me be clear though. If you haven't been through this, you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. You can't even begin to understand what someone that's going through this feels like.
And you know what? And there's medication that I do take daily. I take every night before bed. And that's something where I've had issues where I've gotten off of it, and you know, my girl has been up my ass about, no, you need to fucking and dog, because so I completely see where Covino's coming from, where he doesn't want to be dependent on it, because dog,
no, me too,
because I am dependent on it, right? So
I was too,
and so I know, dog, I know.
And you know what happened? You know what happened, bro? Is my family doctor was here in Fresno, and I moved to Humboldt. And the first 2 years I was there, they had no fucking problem refilling my prescription over the phone. Well, they got tired of not getting their office visit money, and I was down to like one pill, and I was supposed to take 2 a day. And they told me that you can't get a prescription unless you come in and see the doctor. And I was like, well, wait a minute. You guys told me that if I quit taking this shit cold turkey after taking it for a couple of years, that I could have a seizure and fucking possibly, you know, get jacked up and have to go to the hospital. Now you're telling me you can't shoot me 3 or 4 until I can get down there. And I was like, fuck that. It was that point. I said, you know what? I'm not going to be dependent on this bullshit no more. I told the doctor, if I have a seizure, I'm suing your ass. Hung up the fucking phone, and I never took that bullshit ever again. And it took about like a 3-week period, dude, for my body to finally not feel like in the morning I fucking needed that shit every morning.
No, and see, and Doug, when it comes to like anxiety and shit like that, it sucks, because that kind of shit, if you do stop it abruptly, you'll fucking, whether it's like antidepressants or fucking anxiety and all that kind of shit. I'm not sure what kind of family all that shit falls under, but if you stop taking that shit cold turkey, dog, you could lose your fucking mind. I've been the I don't want to say aggressor, but I've been the victim of not taking that shit, going cold turkey, because I'm like, fuck, man, I hate that I have to take this shit every day. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate it. Like,
no,
to this day.
To
this day, I fucking hate it. But I've stopped cold turkey, and I fucking have lost my fucking mind. Like, literally, like, you know, and
that's why you just got to do what's right for you. And that's why Rich Davis needs to keep his fucking mouth shut, because the medicine makes you feel better. Covino's not trying to take it all the time, only as needed. After they did that to me, I'm anti-medicine for it now, because fucking they had me under their fucking grips, and I don't want to feel like that. But none of those are wrong. Everyone that goes through something that severe, you just do what's right for you, because if you can't manage it one of those three options, it's you're not going to have a good quality of life.
100%. No, I feel you. I feel you.
Let's wrap it up on that one, bro. I gotta kind of hit it if we can.
Cool. Well, let's fucking you have any other shout outs or whatever you want to say before we bounce?
Shout out everybody. Like I said, Stickman, fucking Funky Monkey, her sister, fucking everybody that supports our shows, the Covinos, all of them, Latino, Big Steve, and fucking obviously fucking Covino. Even shout out Spot and Rich. We love your show, even if we give you shit.
100%.
And we might have a teaser for you. We might possibly have a guest little clip from Husky Nipple, Miguelito, and Sam, aka Sammy Davis Jr. We're all taking a trip here in a couple days. Actually, we're going today, so I'm gonna take the podcast and stuff. And if good old Shelter Cove, California, has strong enough Wi-Fi signal, we might have a little segment for you.
I'll be here, so hit me up. So for you guys listening, we might have a bonus episode this weekend. So this will be out either Friday the 20th or Saturday the 21st. And then we might have another episode maybe Sunday. So, and then I talked to somebody, I don't want to say who, El Cucuy knows, but we were supposed to have them on this coming weekend, but
yes.
They told me they're going to be in St. Louis, so it's actually going to probably be the following weekend. So probably
well-known Carl.
Probably mid-September we'll have them on. A favorite of mine, fucking awesome dude. We always have a good time.
Awesome.
So it's going to be fun, man. So mid-September, you know, probably episode like 90 or some shit. We'll have this dude on, so it's going to be fun. So I just want to say, if you're listening to this and you're enjoying it, please fucking go on whatever you're listening to, Spotify, Apple, Google, whatever, and give us a review. Let people know you're digging the show. If you aren't subscribed already, please subscribe on YouTube. We're really trying to grow those numbers, and they are growing, so we appreciate everybody. Like we mentioned earlier, the Alexis Guerreros, the fucking Lenny B, or whoever the fuck your homie was, that producer.
Lenny Lynn.
So fucking all those people, we appreciate everything 100%. So yeah, man, I don't have much else. Again, I want to thank the Covinos as well, like you mentioned. And yeah, man, after show, but
don't
later.
Forget your El Cucuy autograph picture.
Oh yeah, if you need that headshot, he's like this, and then it's just signed. So after show, but later, episode 80 something. Still don't know, Doug. We made it all the way to the end of the episode. I don't know what fucking episode we're on. But episode 80 something, after show, but later. Make sure you find us across all social media, AfterShowBL. It's your boys D, El Cucuy. Should we bring Baseline Trey in?
Bring him in.
Baseline Trey. Let's go.
To the riches, cause it's all about the flavor. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul. Grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.